From the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont, this is The Anything Show with John Francois. I hope you know what you're in for.
Oh, say it ain't so. Saturday, January 30th, as we record this. John Francois here from the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont. My partner in crime, Main Squeeze Mary, is celebrating her birthday this weekend as we speak. So happy birthday to her. Filling in for her from Rochester, New York, is Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. Hey, Andrew.
Hi. Happy birthday, Mary. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I'm happy that you are here, Andrew, and we got a great show coming up. We got to talk about in our headline segment the fact that we may be getting a COVID test up our butt. That, I don't know, is uncomfortable beyond means, but, you know, who knows? Anything to get better, I guess.
That's very true. You never know what it feels like.
Yeah. Oh, I hope it feels good. For our Let's Get Viral segment. Oh, speaking of things up your butt, erection cream on your lips. We got to hear this viral video about someone putting erection cream on their lips to make their lips look bigger. In our celebrity gossip segment, me and Andrew are going to talk about movies that make you cry no matter how many times you've seen them. And finally, coming up later on, I'd say in about 50 or so minutes, I'll be speaking with the one and only Cousin Sal from Jimmy Kimmel Live, Bill Simmons' podcast, the Thursday Night NFL on Fox, and more about his new book on how not to gamble your life away. Are you a addictive gambler, Andrew?
You know, I gamble with Pokemon and drinks and treats all the time.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Wow.
I'm outrageous.
I feel like I should rub CBD oil on you and just take you to some kind of clinic right now. I'm concerned for you.
Slather me up because I bet it's going to be amazing.
And Andrew and I are speaking the same language. We both like to be slathered up and taken to some rehab clinic and just have people have their way with us, you know?
Do with me what you want. Just let me go. Nice can and I'm all great.
I love it. All righty. Listen to The Anything Show with John Francois on Apple, Spotify, Google, Stitcher, TuneIn, iHeartRadio, wherever you get podcasts. Like and follow us on Facebook.com/The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. That's Anything Show FRANCOIS. All right, Andrew, shall we get to our headlines?
I'm here for it.
Alrighty. So, like we said at the top of the show, in Beijing, China, Andrew, look, if you thought the nasal swab COVID test was invasive, how about a COVID test up your butt? Yeah, in Beijing, China, some hospitals have started using rectal swabs for COVID tests since those can give more accurate results. Now, look, personally for me, because I have the tensest, tightest butthole ever, Andrew, if someone in this country is saying, hey, I'm going to offer you a COVID test, but let me put it up your butt, I'm going to back away immediately. That's just me. But you're saying you're more open to that? Is that what you're saying?
I am totally open to this. I am open to it because I want to see people going through drive-through testing facilities and sticking their butts out the window. I want to see it.
Yeah. Now that I think about it, it would be worth it. Look, I wouldn't have a COVID test stuck up my butt, but to actually see, say, Harry Henry from South Dakota sticking his very white, hairy butt out the window and having someone stick a COVID test up there, and to have Harry Henry just scream like crazy. I think I would like to take a picture of that and see him struggle. You know what I'm saying?
I would love it. You would hear the best howling ever in the drive-thru line.
And the best part is that, you know, that howling, I mean, will we know for sure if Henry is enjoying it or not liking it? I don't know. I mean, you know, it could be either or.
He could be getting a scratch that he never thought he would ever get in his life.
Oh, God. Well, anyway, I mean, hey, speaking of the pandemic, Andrew, apparently there's this new term that came out called pangry, Pangry. It describes that angry feeling you get when you see someone who's not taking the pandemic as seriously as you are. Now, be honest with me, Andrew. Have you been very panicky and uptight about people not taking the pandemic seriously? Be honest. I'm not going to judge you.
So honestly, I was in the store 2 days ago. I'm looking around as I'm walking and I'm pointing out everybody's mask. And I see this one person who does not have a mask. And immediately I felt like this delirious zombie rage come up. I go address it. But then I was like, Andrew, just go pay for your stuff and go home.
You know what, Andrew? You're kind of folk. I should be around you more often because I have to say, I mean, even though like I will follow the law and I will wear a mask wherever they tell me to at places. I mean, ever since last March, I've been pretty casual about the pandemic. I've been seeing family out of state. I've been, going to certain parties here and there. So, Andrew, I feel like you should give me a good spanking of reality because I really want to get through this pandemic, you know?
You're going to make it through. Keep doing the things that you're doing, but do them safer. So just reduce your harm. I'm panic all the time. So like I will spray you down with Clorox when you walk into my apartment.
Okay. So Andrew's going to spray me down with Clorox, and I will die on the spot because I've just inhaled Clorox. So that's going to be fun.
You'll have fresh and clean lungs. I'm just saying.
Yeah, freshly clean dead lungs. But okay, we can go with that. Andrew. I invite you on the show, and you want to kill me on the spot.
I just want to cleanse your body. That's it.
All right. Okay, I guess. Okay. Well, you know what? The vaccine, the COVID vaccine, is a big thing that's happening right now. Our next headline on the Anything Show. Did you know, Andrew, that the wealth that 10 of the richest men in the world have acquired during the pandemic would be enough to fund the vaccine for every single person in the entire world? Come on. What do you think of that?
That blows my mind. That these people could pay for everybody to get a vaccine. Why are they not contributing to it? I'm like,
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I guess it's kind of a hard choice. It's like, on the rich person's end, it's like either stay rich and watch the world die, or you just go broke and we all live. So rich people have it bad right now. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't want to be Bill Gates right now.
I would not want to be any of them. I wouldn't want to have to make this decision. I mean, I could go for broke a little bit, but maybe the return I could get to say, hey, if the world bounces back, I get like 30% of my money back.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so glorious. Andrew, do you read at all? I don't read, so it's okay if you don't read either.
I love to read books, but only books that have pictures and more pictures than words.
Okay, so Andrew is basically a 5-year-old in a 33-year-old's body. Is that what you're saying right now? Hey, look.
Yes.
I have the attention span of a squirrel and a 2-year-old boy who's just spitting all over the place combined. So I'm totally with you. But you know what? Despite us people that don't like to read books, Andrew, they say that book sales are way up during the pandemic. Not necessarily because people want to read them, but only because they fill up the bookshelves behind them on their Zoom calls. So in other words, I guess people are dumb like us, and they would just like to pretend to be smart so that they don't get made fun of.
I would do that. I would have a whole library behind me, all leather bound. So when I walk people through my Zoom call, I'm like, here's a leather bound edition of the Hunger.
You know what? That is so fabulous, but also just disastrous for all cows on the planet. So
maybe fake leather. Give me a leather bound book.
Yeah. And for some reason, Andrew, it reminds me of like a dominatrix. I feel like you have like a secret dominatrix life that you're not telling me right now.
Yes, I have a literary wit where I hit you with words.
Oh my God. I have never been so excited for bruises in my life. I love it. Oh my God. Andrew, did you know that a company is now selling a COVID passport that has a scannable code that links to your proof of vaccination? Yeah, you can actually get this COVID passport for $19.95. I mean, it sounds like a sketchy scam to me. What do you think?
It does sound kind of sketchy because how do they get the information about your passport? Like you officially got the shot.
They will do the COVID test up your butt, and I guess they'll just. I'm kidding, obviously, but wouldn't it be great if you could have a butthole COVID test that just scans all your information, your personality, your date of birth, your age, your height, your weight, your dominatrix preferences. I mean, everything.
That is 23 enter me.
Oh.
I like Just get a nice swab up there. It gives you everything you ever need for your entire life.
Nice. I love it. Well, obviously, during the pandemic, people are streaming a lot. Are you, are you addicted to the Netflix and the Amazon Prime and the Hulu, Andrew?
I love all of them.
Yeah. Well, Americans are spending an average of $47 a month on streaming services. That is up 24% from last year when it was $38 a month. I mean, look, streaming is getting expensive, but I'm still going to go for it, Andrew, because it's still cheaper than cable and there's no commercials.
Oh, yes. There's no commercials, cheaper than cable. And I don't have to wait for new episodes on Netflix. They're just all there.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Let's just do free publicity for Netflix, because really Netflix is the one that doesn't have the commercials. I was talking about this with my girlfriend. My girlfriend has a ad-free option for Hulu. But the fact that there's an ad option for Hulu that you actually have to pay for, it's like, why am I paying to sit through commercials on Hulu when I can go on Netflix, and it doesn't matter if my bill went up like $20 a month for 4 screens, I'm still getting no commercials.
Right. I get no commercials whatsoever, and I still get to enjoy it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah.
Great, but no.
I tell you, man. Yeah. Anybody who has cable TV, honestly, me and Andrew, we're going to spank you in the most negative way possible.
I will literally spank you with a book.
Not the literary whip, just like a big, like dusty, maybe dictionary book from like 1956.
Oh, yeah. It's like a Tale of Two Cities. I'm just going at you.
Wow. Andrew, you are violent and kinky. I love that. Hey, speaking of violent and kinky, Andrew, how about some double dipping? Do you like double dipping?
Oh, no. I do not tolerate it.
Well, of course, non-sexually, we're talking about when someone dips their chip in a dip and then eats it and then puts their chip back in the dip. I love this clip from Seinfeld. This clip from Seinfeld will show you all you need to know about double dipping.
Did you just double dip that chip? Excuse me? You double dipped the chip.
Double dipped? What are you talking about?
You dipped the chip, you took a bite, and you dipped again.
So?
That's like putting your whole mouth right in the dip. Look, from now on, when you take a chip, just take one dip and end it.
Yeah. Now, Andrew, I think you said you had like a double dip story that you wanted to share.
Oh, yeah. It was Halloween 5 years ago. I was at a friend's house. They're eating chips and dip. They're eating them with their dog. Right. I don't care if they're eating your dog the chips and dips that we're eating, but they took the chip that the dog bit after eating it and then stuck it into the dip for every... And I'm like, no, come on.
No.
Happy today.
No, not today. I mean, dogs are cute, but once you get their slobber all over your food, I mean, come on now. There was a recent study that said that dogs and cats are likely to get COVID too. So you could get COVID from your dog chip and dip slobber.
I could have witnessed patient 0 that day of the dogs.
Oh, my God. Yikes. Well, yeah, a recent survey does say 70% of people admit they've double dipped in the past. 83%, however, have said the pandemic is going to keep them from doing that from now on. So who knows? For your benefit, Andrew, double dipping could go down by 1,000% because of COVID.
Silver lining. I'm actually here for that one.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Hey, oh, God, because me and Andrew are such dirty people, we got to mention this guy in the African country of Malawi that died suddenly back in August after some blood vessels in his brain ruptured. The autopsy report just came out, Andrew. We found out that he died from an extreme orgasm after sex with a prostitute.
I am so jealous.
Yeah. I mean, he clearly got his money's worth. Hello. I mean, he's not with us anymore.
He made the ultimate purchase. He is happy in the afterlife.
Yeah. Even God is like smiling up at him as he's going up to heaven. Good job, buddy. You did it.
I can see him air guns. You went out with the bang.
Yeah. Pew, pew, pew. Yeah. There you go, tiger. Get that peen, tiger.
Right.
Yeah. Wait. Hold on. It's a guy, and he was with a prostitute. Well, it could have been a guy with a guy prostitute. You never know.
You never know. Whoever pops your cork, as long as you enjoy it, and he obviously got the best one.
Yeah.
That was waiting for him to just explode.
Yeah. Wouldn't that be something, with all this talk about like Christianity being against like homosexuals and stuff like that? Wouldn't it be ironic? You get up to heaven after dying from an extreme orgasm with a prostitute and you're gay, for God to just be like, yeah, there you go. Nice job, buddy. Other people are just going to get into a car crash or, commit suicide or do this like that. But you, come on, man. Adventurous mother effer you are. Oh, God. Well, I've offended all Christians, Andrew, and quite frankly, I don't give a crap. I think that's I mean, what do you think?
Once they get up to heaven, it's going to be perfectly fine. And who knows, they may go out with an orgasm too.
Yeah.
And they private everything like, you did it.
Yeah. Oh, my God. Hey, God, if you love us dying from prostitute sex, mwah, I'm going back to church this Sunday.
Yes, I will be there front center in the line. I'll even give an offering. I'm here for it.
And I'll be right there ready with my COVID test and my butt all good and ready to go. Let's just end this headline segment before we get worse. Oh, God. Well, me and Andrew, we're having a great time, clearly. If you have a headline you'd like to share with us, let us know on Facebook.com/TheAnythingShow. Or hit us up on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. That's at Anything Show FRANCOIS. All right. If you're just joining us, John Francois here from the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington. My partner in crime, Main Squeeze Mary, is celebrating her birthday this weekend. So filling in for her from Rochester, New York, Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. Thanks for joining me, Andrew.
Yo, thank you for having me. I'm happy to be here.
Yes. All right, let me stop this recording on Skype so we can get to our not headline segment. We just did our headline segment. We're going to get viral. Andrew, are you ready to get a virus?
Oh, I want all the viruses.
Nice. It's Let's Get Viral. Oh, boy. Alrighty, our viral videos of the week right here on The Anything Show, starting with the video that Andrew wanted to hear very desperately. On TikTok, we found a woman, or I don't even know if it's on TikTok. It was just like a random video that I found online, Andrew. A woman posted a video of her dog shrieking like a banshee. I have no idea what a banshee is. Do you know what a banshee is, Andrew?
The only thing that I can imagine a banshee is somebody flying around with a cape and screaming. That's what I think of a banshee.
Okay. Well, once we hear this dog, we will never forget what a banshee is ever again. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a human woman trying to act frightened for a horror movie more than a dog.
Yes, it sounds like the toaster oven or something is eating her alive, and she's screaming as this is happening.
Oh, my God. Wouldn't that be something? Wow. Any females who would like to be eaten by toaster ovens, let me and Andrew know. We'll make that happen for you. Oh, boy.
I'm mad at that one.
We're sick. We're sick people. Alrighty, this guy on TikTok going viral for a video where he got plumper lips by smearing on a cream that's designed to help men get more erect. Let's listen to this, Andrew, and you let me know if you're going to have erection cream on your lips anytime soon.
So recently I saw a movie and this girl put erection cream on her lips and it made them really big, so I wanted to try it. I forgot what the movie was called, but here we go. It kind of tingles. It doesn't feel terrible, but we'll see. So it's been like 5 minutes and they look bigger, but I'm gonna wait 5 more minutes and I'm gonna eat my pizza. So it's been 3 more minutes and I said I was gonna do 5, but it's burning really bad, so I'm gonna take it off and we'll see. Oh my gosh. I kind of like it, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, so literally he looks like Pamela Anderson with just really bad Botox if you check out the TikTok video. So yes, erection cream can help make your lips bigger. So it's cheaper than Botox, Andrew, but doctors do say that there's side effects. So I don't know.
You know what? I'm a little afraid. So stiff lips, they can sink ships, I guess. They just sound like these are just... hard. I'm so afraid.
You know, I wonder with erection cream, when the lips get big, when they grow, like an erection on a penis would, like how do you make the lips die down like a penis would after sex? That's what I'm wondering.
Right. What do you have to do?
Oh, you don't want to know. Oh, my God. Have you ever tried jerking off lips? Let's do it.
Get an apple or an orange, cut it in half, and I imagine you could just like do it like you're making orange juice out of your mouth.
I guess. Oh, my God. That is such a gory image, Andrew. I like that.
You know what? I think I found a way to have orange juice now, fresh from the orange.
Yeah. Yeah. Just put some erection cream on someone's lips. Maybe put some orange juice stuff in there, and then boom, just squeeze out the lips and into the cup, and then boom, there you go. You got your vitamin D for the day.
Vitamin D infused with your best friend's saliva.
Yeah. Now, of course, we cannot have kids try this because then kids will be asking, wait, how did your lips get like this, mommy or daddy?
I'm sure the question is going to be, why is it called erection? And then just from there, it's going to fall.
Yeah. Kids don't try this at home. I please. You have until the age of 18 to figure out what an erection is. So,
yeah, don't do it, kids.
Oh, God. Well, hey, you know what? Speaking of erections, dating. There's obviously a lot of erections in the dating world, and there's this comedian named Veronica Kowalski, however you pronounce her last name. She posted a dating horror story on TikTok, Andrew. Once you hear this, you'll probably be baffled as well.
Okay, so one time I went on a date with this guy, and looking back, I think the biggest red flag was that he actually asked me out after seeing my stand-up, so problem number one. Anyway, so we go on the date, things are going well, it's fun, and that night I ended up going back to his apartment. And when I got there, I, walked over to his bed, and right on his nightstand next to his bed, I see a photo. I'm like, ooh. I get closer, and it's a photo of a girl. And it's like a sexy photo. It's like a girl on the beach in a bikini. And there's no one else in the photo with her. It's just literally her kind of posing cute on the beach. And I'm like, shit, this guy has a girlfriend. Like, are you kidding me? So I start to kind of get closer and closer to it and make it known that I see this photo, dude. And he sees that I'm looking at it and goes, oh, that's my sister. I said, what? And he goes, yeah, you guys actually have the same name.
Yeah, so not only does he have a picture of his sister in a bikini, but the sister shares the same name as the girl that he's trying to sleep with that night. So, yeah, I mean, clearly this is a guy who is very open-minded.
He wants to explore the familial name.
Oh, God, yes. How about a little conventional dating with just a little bit of incestual fantasy on the side? What do you say?
Like, I can't even understand that one. You're going to call her your name, and then there's a picture by the bed?
Yeah. Hey, you know what? A lot of people don't have great relationships with their siblings, so I applaud the guy for at least saying, hey, me and my sister, we're close, and frankly, she has a picture of me in my bathing suit in her room to remind herself of how great of a brother she has. So, you know what? If you're not going to accept that, then boo you. That's probably what he's saying to the girl.
What? I'm here for it. He's here. He's saying, this is my family. I love my family. And I just want to admire her in these moments.
Yeah. While I'm doing you, strange girl, I want to just admire my sister's curves. Oh, goodness gracious. All right.
She's the weirdo, not him.
Yeah, Andrew. Yes, let's turn this around on the girl who is not posting pictures of her siblings in bathing suits in her bedroom. Alrighty, you know what? This next viral video on The Anything Show, a guy wanted to prank his girlfriend in the middle of her dermatologist appointment, so he made a long fart sound into the walkie-talkie function of his smartwatch. I had no idea that there were walkie-talkie functions in a smartwatch. Did you?
No. Oh, my God, I could be a Power Ranger.
Yeah. Yes. Which one would you be, though? Would you be the Black Power Ranger?
See, no, I see what you did there.
Oh.
I love the Black Power Ranger because he has the axe, right?
Yeah.
He can use it. But I like the Yellow Ranger because she's got the saber-tooth tiger, and I've always wanted to be a cat.
Okay.
So.
Well, good to know. Well, while you're being the Yellow Power Ranger, I guess listen to this clip of a guy pranking his girlfriend through the walkie-talkie function of his smartwatch while she's at the dermatologist.
All right, Katie is in a dermatologist appointment right now. I'm going to use my walkie-talkie, see if we can catch her at an inopportune time.
I'm literally in the dermatologist's office with the dermatologist. So too.
Yeah. Just imagine like you're getting your skin taken care of, and then all of a sudden through your watch, like it's just a big gassy sound, and the doctor's wondering, wow, okay, is the skin the only thing you need to be checked for? Because apparently your watch is farting. You know.
That is the best. I would do that to every single person I know.
Yeah.
Person.
As the Yellow Power Ranger, please, in your Yellow Power Ranger outfit.
As I'm like morph into a Power Ranger, the fart sound comes out from my end and just radiates to everybody I know.
You know, I wonder if Power Rangers actually farted while they were on the show doing their crime fighting. That might be an interesting question to answer.
They could never escape from the smell.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, you know what? They're Power Rangers. They're powerful people, so they must have powerful bowels and fart smells. So I wouldn't blame them. You know. Hey, give me some of that smell.
Especially has the essence of the Power Rangers in it. It's super strong, and since their suits are like indestructible, breathing in all that recirculated power.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Hey, you want to hear a 4-year-old girl make up a song on the spot, Andrew?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, this 4-year-old girl named Milan Marie, she's gone viral in our next video right here on The Anything Show with a song that she made up in her car seat with her mom in the car called Leave Me Alone.
You to me and myself, I want you to leave me alone. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Yeah, you know what? That girl has some gospel in her. What do you think, Andrew?
She does. Oh, she sounds fantastic.
Yeah. I was like, oh my God, sang, honey. Take me to church now.
I want to get up and go run, do a little hallelujah shuffle, and come back.
Yeah. Full disclosure, if you're not watching the Skype video of me and Andrew, we are both black. So I think we have plenty of experiences in black churches, right?
Oh, yeah. You know I'm here for it. Good music. And then as soon as the music dropped and she started singing, I would have been out my seat.
Yeah. For those of you who are not black, here's the difference between a white church and a black church. A white church, they'll be like, okay, well, let's, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills and everywhere. Like, it'll just be like that, just that very surface, like, not really any personality. Of course, you go to a black church, it's like, go tell it on the mountain, over the hill and everywhere. There's tongue activity. There's people like fainting and sweating and making out with strangers.
There's tambourines.
Yeah. There's tambourines. Yes. Oh yes, leave me alone, Lord Jesus. No, leave me alone. Like it's just like it's all that kind of stuff. So
yeah, this little girl would have been right at home in a black church. They need to take her right now.
Yeah. Well, she is actually black. She is a black girl. So there you go.
Oh.
Yeah. Only a 4-year-old black girl would put some gospel in a song that she made up in a car.
It's to leave me alone. Leave her alone.
Yeah. Hey, our last viral video right here on The Anything Show, coming from this woman on a Southwest flight who refused to leave her seat after the plane landed. When a flight attendant tried to reason with her, she let out a crazy scream.
Trying to be nice. Ma'am, I'm right here. Are you going to get off the aircraft or are you going to sit there and scream? I'm just asking. Because it's going to be your turn. I got to pee. I got to get off of here.
Ma'am, I'm trying to...
I'm watching you attack her.
You go out of here. Thank you.
Excuse me, I work here, ma'am. Well, I need get off the aircraft, please.
Yeah. And me and Andrew off the air because we're two very knowledgeable black men. We're just like, oh yeah, she's a white lady.
Oh yeah. As soon as I heard that, I'm like, oh yeah, she's white.
Yeah.
What in the world was going on? Was somebody like ripping her arm off? She just screamed?
I think she is not of sane mind. And she needs to be put somewhere where someone can take nice, good, attentive care of her. That's what I'm guessing. Because, I mean, for the life of me, why the heck would you get on a plane and not expect to come off of it once the plane lands?
Right.
Yeah.
The plane it, you have to go. You can't take it with you.
Exactly. So, God bless this woman. She clearly needs to go to church. you know what? Her crazy scream might go along with the black church screams. If you think about it,
It surely might.
Yeah. She'd be like, ah! And everybody in the black church is like, yes, yes.
She's feeling it.
Oh yeah, she's feeling it. The Lord is in her body right now. Get the Lord down your esophagus. Yes. Oh God, I don't think you want the Lord down your esophagus, do you? That would be kind of weird.
You know what? I don't know. That one sounds like it could be a big mouthful to take in.
So we've gone from God welcoming a guy who's dying from a big orgasm with a male prostitute to God saying, or basically implying that God has a big penis. I think that's what we're implying right now, that God has such a big penis that it would not be good for your esophagus if God...
It wanted to.
Oh, my goodness gracious. Andrew. Well, you know what? Yeah, I mean, he's God. It would kind of be ironic if you looked at God and he ended up having a micro penis.
Yeah, I feel like I would just like, oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, he made the world in 7 days and like, what? Your penis is the size of my fingernail? What the hell is that?
Oh, right. That would make me wonder, like, so was this your red card that said that you had a big penis, the world?
Yeah.
Is that...
Do you think God finishes quickly, or do you think he takes his time?
I feel like God orgasms in a second.
What?
Like,
what?
Because he's got to get back to work, or they've got to get back. It's just like, okay, it's done. Let's go.
But who is he having sex with? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because I don't know if God has a wife.
I don't think God has a wife. I feel like God is maybe. I feel like that's what black holes are. A black hole with God punching his penis through the universe.
Wow. That is very deep and profound, Andrew. Huh. We've learned so much about God in our Let's Get Viral segment. I'm so darn surprised. All righty. Well, God, I hope you're not catching a virus while you are, putting your peen in the black hole in the universe.
Be safe out there, please.
Yes. We have to remind God of all people, please wear a condom. As if there's a condom big enough for God's apparently large penis. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, look at that. I said Jesus Christ. How fitting. All righty. That's our segment. Let's get viral. If you have a viral video you want to share with me and Andrew, facebook.com/theanythingshow. Or contact us on Instagram. We're on Instagram at AnythingShowFrancois, AnythingShow FRANCOIS. Okay, Jean-Francois here at the Big Heavy World Studios in Burlington, Vermont. My special guest co-host, Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast, filling in for Main Squeeze Mary, who is celebrating her birthday as we record this on Saturday, January 30th. Andrew, before we let you go to talk to Cousin Sal from Jimmy Kimmel Live and more, shall we get to some celebrity gossip?
Yes.
Oh, we're going to get to some celebrity gossip. I tell you, we're going to get to some celebrity gossip as soon as I can find that damn theme song. Here it is. All right, here we go. So I actually did a social media poll, Andrew. And on my Facebook page, my personal Facebook page, John Francois, Jon, last name Francois, I actually asked, what is a movie that makes you cry no matter how many times you've seen it? Now, for me, Andrew, it has to be The Lion King. The Lion King, and especially that scene, spoiler alert, where Simba finds his father Mufasa dead after, spoiler alert, Scar pushes him off the cliff. And Simba cries and is just kind of curling up with Mufasa, trying to get the last of him before he has to let Mufasa go and be chased by hyenas and stuff. Anytime. I think anytime that scene will make me cry from The Lion King. What's a movie that makes you cry no matter how many times you've seen it, Andrew?
No matter how many times I've seen it, The Lord of the Rings, the last movie, The Return of the King.
Really?
Every single time. I cry at the very, very end of the movie when, spoiler, Frodo has to leave because he's gotten the ring and everything.
Wow.
And Sam starts crying. Then I'm in tears on the floor crying like a baby.
Oh, my God. So this is the last movie in the Lord of the Rings trilogy. Is that correct?
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
I remember watching that back when I was in like middle school, and it literally took me like the whole morning to get through it. It's like 5 hours long.
Oh yeah.
I got to rewatch it to see what you saw, because all I remember was like, oh my goodness, I went through like an entire workday shift trying to watch this movie. Oh my goodness gracious!
Once you get to the end, watch it and just see how you feel. I didn't get it as a kid. As an adult, I'm like, oh, this is fantastic.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at the responses on Facebook. What movie makes you cry no matter how many times you've seen it? Wilson says Field of Dreams. Huh? Have you seen Field of Dreams with James Earl Jones, Kevin Costner, the baseball movie?
Yeah, I saw that. I can see why you would cry at the end of that.
Yeah, I mean, if you build it, he will come. That's a very bad James Earl Jones. I apologize, Wilson. But hey, Wilson, if you want me to do that, in your house for a certain amount of money, I'm willing to. I know. I'm kinky like that. Lisa, I know. So Lisa says It's a Wonderful Life makes her cry no matter how many times she's seen it. The black and white Christmas classic with James Stewart. Heather says Fox and the Hound, the animated Disney movie from the 80s. Yeah, one of the littler known Disney movies. It's not as known as like Little Mermaid and Aladdin, but Fox and the Hound. There you go.
Yeah, it's good. It is a really emotional movie. I could see crying on that one.
Yeah. Laura says Terms of Endearment. Ashley says Dumbo. Yeah, the elephant with the floppy ears who gets made fun of. I mean, come on now. My God.
Well, animal bullying is the worst type of bullying.
It's like, Dumbo is like Barack Obama in elephant form. You know what I'm saying? Come on now. It's like Barack Obama, Will Smith in elephant form. The floppy ears, and you know what? If you make fun of Dumbo, I swear to God, I'm gonna come after you with a COVID test up your butt. Kristen says Me Before You is a movie that that makes her cry. Do you know what that movie is?
I've never heard of it.
Yeah. Robert says Avengers Endgame. Oh my God. Have you seen Avengers Endgame?
Oh yes, I've seen it. I cried so many times.
Oh, did you? You know, it had an epic final battle scene. I do remember people making a big deal about it being like nearly 4 hours long. But yeah, Avengers Endgame. I know why it made you cry. Yeah, because Iron Man and I don't know if I can spoil it, but yeah, Iron Man may not be. Okay.
Oh yeah, I just cried. I was so sad.
Yeah.
I won't spoil it.
Oh, you were on, wait. You were on the toilet crying for.
Well, yeah, sometimes on the toilet you think about it. That's my thinking moment.
So you're telling me while you're taking a dump in the toilet, you're like, oh my God, that scene from Avengers Endgame. Lord help me, Jesus.
As I'm passing along a demon, I'm just like, oh my God.
Wow. All right. Well, next time I'm taking a Big Duke, I'm going to think about how Iron Man just passed away, and I'll just cry while I'm just taking Big Dukes in the toilet,
It'll be the most refreshing Duke you've ever had in your life.
Yeah, because you know what? You have relief from your eyes and you have relief from your butthole. Isn't that special?
Yeah.
You're making me cry just thinking about it, Andrew. I love it. Oh, Natasha says Forrest Gump. We're actually playing the theme to Forrest Gump in the background right now.
Ooh.
Yeah, Forrest Gump, of course, with Tom Hanks. I agree. Emotional movie. Loved it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Janae. Life is like a box full of chocolates. I love it.
Oh, poor Forrest. He just never learned. Jenny just wasn't the girl.
Run, Forrest, run! What a classic. Scotty says Pretty Woman makes him cry no matter how many times you've seen it. Scotty, all I remember about Pretty Woman is Julia Roberts is a prostitute that falls in love with Richard Gere. I mean, that's all I remember. Why does it make you cry? Have you seen Pretty Woman?
I have not seen it, so I know just exactly what you explained. I think maybe the sad part is that she's a prostitute who's no longer a prostitute.
Oh.
So,
I mean, you know what? We are creating a living hell for people who have not seen any of these movies because we're just basically spoiling it for them right now. Oh, God. All right. So Mary, our own main squeeze Mary, says Marley and Me is a movie that makes her cry no matter how many times she's seen it. Yeah, Marley and Me, I think that's with like Owen Wilson and Jennifer Aniston and a dog, if I'm not mistaken.
Mm-hmm.
Mary Beth says Blindside, which I think is with Sandra Bullock and the black football player.
It is.
Yeah. Let's see. More movies that have made you cry no matter how many times you've seen them. Vanessa says Moulin Rouge.
Really?
Which, if I remember correctly, wasn't that like some sort of like an eclectic burlesque movie? Like it was just like people in France, they're getting colorful, they're doing a burlesque show, they're having sex. It's just great.
It was so good. It's so sensual watching it. It's a great movie.
Oh my God, it makes me want to do things to my Moulin Rouge, if you know what I'm saying. All right. Rose says All Eyes on Me, which I think is a Tupac movie, isn't it? All Eyes on Me?
I think it is. I think that is.
Huh. Yeah. Okay. Simone says Bambi and Ghost. Of course, Bambi, where Bambi's mom gets shot, unfortunately. Ghost. Ghost is the one where Patrick Swayze is pretty much having sex with Demi Moore behind her while they're making like pottery clay, right? I mean, isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
That's
like,
what Loki says, you in danger, girl.
Yeah, he's pretty much rubbing his junk up against her. So there you go. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze. Rest in peace, Patrick Swayze, and your junk.
With pottery, I'm here for it.
Yeah. Oh, Stephanie, Steph S. Sandoval, Miracle in Cell Number 7, which is a Korean film. All right, there you go. Ray says when he wants to watch a movie that makes him cry, he plays his old wedding video backwards, and then he's happy seeing him leaving the church. Okay. Cammie says anything where an animal dies. Yeah, anything where an animal dies is pretty sad. Patty says Dances with Wolves. Deb says Beaches. Yeah, Beaches is that movie with Bette Midler or something like that.
Oh, it is a gay staple. It is so good.
Yeah, all I remember is Bette Midler, like the song "The Wind Beneath My Wings" is from that movie, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, I love it.
The Wind Beneath My Wings is in that, and it's so I love Bette Midler, and in the movie, it's acted and portrayed so well that you feel the sadness from the character.
Oh my God, I got to see that movie. Yeah, don't make me sing, Andrew. Don't make me sing. You are the wind beneath my wings. I think that's how it goes. Yeah, I'm taking Bette Midler to church, honey. Come on now.
Take her.
Yeah, she needs it because Bette Midler, I mean, with all the gay bars she's visited as a performer, she probably needs it.
Look, take her. She's got to get washed away, get the sins washed, and then go back to the gay bar and go even harder the next time.
Pray the gay away and then return it back in the bars afterwards for the after party. Yeah. I love it. All right. Speaking of gay, Heather Chase says Brokeback Mountain is a movie that makes her cry no matter how many times she's seen it. Melissa says The Notebook. Yeah, Brokeback Mountain, The Notebook, My Sister Keeper. Ruth Jenkins says E.T., the extraterrestrial. Is it the moment where the kid and E.T., they have to separate and E.T. goes back to his home planet? Probably, yeah.
See, we weren't doing the same thing there. I thought you were pointing to connect your fingers and go, ouch.
Oh, no. I was pointing my finger like E.T. does. So you want to connect fingers right now? Yeah.
Ouch.
Yeah.
The way he does it.
Oh, E.T. phone home. Jonathan says Up within the first 10 minutes. The first 10 minutes of the Pixar movie Up is when he cries.
Really?
Yeah. Becky says Titanic, of course, with Leonardo DiCaprio and what's her name? Kate Winslet.
Yeah, I cried because Rose could have shared that door. He didn't have to die. That's why I cried.
I cried when Kate Winslet was nude and Leo was painting her like one of his French girls.
Paint me like one of your French girls.
I was crying because it turned me on so much, and I felt like I didn't deserve this sexy moment. This sexy moment is too much for me. Stop it, Kate Winslet, with your nudity. Stop it. Oh God, it's so crazy. Haley says Land Before Time. Chris says My Girl. Oh my God, the movie My Girl with Macaulay Culkin from Home Alone, where he gets like stung by a bee and dies. Remember that movie, My Girl?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh, you got to see My Girl just for that scene that I just ruined for you.
This sounds amazing. I need to watch this. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Tony says Rudy. I think Rudy is that movie about the football player, I think. So I don't know.
I think so.
Yeah. Olivia says Never Let Me Go. Damaris says Inside Out. Inside Out, the Pixar movie where there's like globs inside people's brains, and it's like it's like about your emotions and crap. Oh, you got to see that movie. I think it's Pixar's finest work. It really delves into human emotions. It's so great. Oh, I love it.
Okay.
I know. And lastly, of course, Cassandra Schindler's List, the movie about the Holocaust. I mean, why not? If you're looking at a Holocaust movie and you're saying, oh, wow, that was such a laughing stock, then you got a problem.
You got a serious problem. Schindler's List, I've seen it about 4 different times. And anytime you even mention the name, you kind of just start to well up in tears. But I've seen it because friends who have family members who want to watch it as like an almost a remembrance thing they do. Yeah. They're like, oh, watch with us. And I'll go watch. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm crying again.
I was gonna say, if you were watching Schindler's List 4 times just for your own entertainment, I'd be concerned about you. I have some Jewish friends, Andrew. I don't know about that. Oh God! Alrighty. Schindler's List is making me hungry for some reason. Not hungry for Jews. Not hungry for Jews. I just want to clarify that.
Okay, good.
Even though my Jewish friends, I'm sure, are delicious, if we tried eating them by the arm and the leg, I do not want to eat them. I would like them to live. Okay, we've come a long way since Hitler. I'm just hungry for food, Andrew. I'm hungry for food. Is that okay to say?
That is okay to say that you're hungry for food. I know it's not for people because I think that's bad for your stomach.
Yeah. Well, without further ado, that wraps up our Let's Get Viral, our celebrity gossip segment. Where's the volume? There we go. Oh, God. I got so wrapped up in the idea of eating Jews that I just forgot the celebrity gossip theme music. You know how it works, you know? You talk about...
sometimes you go away, you talk about it, you run on it. It happens.
Yeah, there you go. John Francois here, enjoying myself with Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast, which we're going to talk about in just a moment. And I'm coming from Burlington, Vermont. Andrew coming from Rochester, New York, calling in on Skype. Coming up in about a few minutes, I will be talking to Cousin Sal from Jimmy Kimmel Live, the Bill Simmons podcast, and more about his new book on gambling, how not to gamble your life away. But first, Andrew, you know what? I got to pull up some music for you because you know what? You deserve some highlight music because we got to talk about your podcast. Thank you for coming on the show, Andrew, by the way. I do appreciate you spending your time with us.
Oh, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having me.
Yeah. And you have a great podcast called Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy. Can you tell us about it?
Yeah. So my podcast, Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy, it is almost a journal of my life and everything that started in the past few years for me, getting my independence from being engaged, now being single, and turning 30. Trying to figure this world out. So I just talk about anything that can happen in your life or anything that I think will help somebody to hear.
Nice. And where can you find Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy? Where can you find it?
So you can find me on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and then you can also get me on iHeartRadio and Stitcher. And then I have a live Facebook podcast that I do, and I'll post live videos for that every now and then.
Nice. Very nice. I love it, Andrew. And how can we find you on social media?
On social media, just look for me as AJ Vandertunt. It's just AJAY, and Vandertunt is VANDERTUNT.
Yeah, for a while there, it looked like you forgot how to spell your own last name.
I forget my own name all the time, and people will say AJ, and I'm like, who are they talking to?
You. I love it. Well, Andrew Vandertunt from the Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast joining me on the Anything Show this week while Main Squeeze Mary is celebrating her birthday. Thank you so much, Andrew, as we're about to get into Cousin Sal. Andrew, take care. Hopefully we can do this again.
Oh, I'd love to do this again. I'm so here for it.
Nice. And you know what? I feel like just having you talk about your podcast, while it's great, I feel like to further do your podcast justice, we got to, show a clip that you presented to us.
Okay. I'm excited.
All right. Can you tell us a little bit about this clip to set it up?
So the clip is the trailer of my podcast, just a brief overview of me. And I recorded this at the moment I decided to make this podcast, which was literally as soon as I got home from work one day. And it was everything that was in my head that I wanted my podcast to be. And it's just a gym that I love now.
Nice. All right. So we're going to hear from Andrew's Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy podcast. We're going to hear a little bit of it. And after that, you'll hear me talking to Cousin Sal from Jimmy Kimmel Live, Bill Simmons podcast, and more about his new book. Thank you so much, Andrew.
Thank you.
Every day that I step out my door, I see the world in a different vision and a different light. I'm looking through a lens of my own, and I want to share it with you. On Lifestyle of a Gay Black Boy, I share my view and my vision of the world that's around me and the things that I want to do to change it. From HIV to pancakes to bondage talk to maybe even talking about fuckboys. It's a range of different things, and every Friday you can get along and enjoy it with me. So check me out. It's Lifestyle of Gay Black Boy. I'm available on all major podcast platforms, including iHeartRadio, Apple, Spotify, and Anchor.
Cousin Sal here. Great news. I've partnered with Doritos to create a very bold challenge. Doritos is giving away $25,000 to whoever fills out the winningest college basketball bracket. And if you fill out a perfect bracket, you get a house. My house. As you can imagine, my family is furious with me, but no one more than my normally calm and composed Aunt Chippy.
What's the matter with you? Are you crazy?
Why? What's wrong?
What's the matter with you?
Nothing's
How do
the
you
matter with
dare bet your house? You want to be a maniac, you be a maniac on yourself. Is it paid off?
It's not paid off. But
Okay, well then it's not yours.
I will
it's
have
still
to
the
pay it
bank's.
off. If someone else wins, I will have to pay it off. Have a Chip.
All righty, this is the Anything Show with John Francois. I'm John here with Cousin Sal, who is an American attorney, comedian, writer, and game show host known for being on Jimmy Kimmel Live, the Thursday night NFL pregame show on Fox. He's also the co-host of Fox Sports' first ever daily sports gambling show, Lock It In. He hosts the Against All Odds podcast on the Ringer Network and guesses the weekly NFL lines with Bill Simmons on the Bill Simmons podcast. Cousin Sal is the author of the new book, You Can't Lose Them All, Tales of a Degenerate Gambler and His Ridiculous Friends. Cousin Sal, I mean, I have it here that you've been gambling quite a lot with everybody from doctors, lawyers, teachers, agents, bookies, writers, comedians, etc.
Yeah.
You have some tips that you want to offer us on, if I'm not mistaken, on how to not gamble your life away, but to still gamble enjoyingly. Is that what I'm?
I haven't figured it out yet, and it's weird. I don't really think I offer any valuable tips in the book, and yet I'm number one on Amazon in addiction and recovery, which is something I didn't really set out to do. So I feel weird about that. But I think if you read my book, you could learn about a lot of different things. A lot of it is don't bet on award shows, because I didn't know this. The result is predetermined.
Really?
I learned the hard way. Yeah, I knew it, but I would say stay away from the fringe sports is a lot of it. I bet on hot dog eating contests, award shows, things like that, and I've come out. I lose more often on those things than I do even sporting events.
Wow. So along with all these helpful gambling tips that you give us, you also give us very hard-learned life lessons. And I found some of these really fascinating. So, for example, don't have your father try to shoot you. What can you tell us about that your father shoot you?
Yeah, gambling aside, I think that's good advice, really. But I was 17 years old, and I was gambling on the Sunday games and football, and my parents didn't know it. So I'd stow away in the basement and called a local bookie and put my bets in. And my father had opened the door to the basement and saw me and heard me on the phone. And I didn't think he heard anything, but then he closes the door. And then when I go upstairs, he says, hey, come meet me in the garage. And I'm like, oh God, what is this? So my father before then had no problem dressing me down, and we never had to go to a different room. I didn't know what this was. You do it in front of a Jehovah's Witness if the door. It didn't matter. So we'd go in the garage, and he opens the cabinet in the garage, and as far as I knew, the only thing in that cabinet were his tools and a rifle. And he had kept a rifle in there. I was like, holy crap. He heard me gambling, and now I'm dying execution style. That's what's going to happen here. This seems a little extreme. But he pulled out a check, and it was a bonus check written to him by his boss. And he was a salesman. He was pretty good at it. And it was at the end of the year. And he's like, this is the only way to get by, hard work. And he showed me it was a bonus Christmas check. And he's like, not by gambling. You got to stop right now. And I was like, okay, thank you. I don't know why he's hiding a check in like his toolbox. It didn't really make sense to me in case the bad guys come for it and ask him to endorse it. It's hidden. I don't know. I didn't understand. But so that was that. And obviously that didn't stick because I wouldn't have written the book if 30 years ago I had listened to him.
Yeah, right. And also, I'm learning from you that maybe we shouldn't be fixing children's basketball games. Do I have that correct?
Yeah, well, if you do, don't do it like I did it. You know, there's got to be a different way to do it. But yeah, I was then fast forward to college, probably 4 years later, we were in good with the local bookie, and I had lost hundreds of dollars, which might as well have been millions because I didn't have it. And he was a good guy, though. He also ran the rec league, the local basketball league. And he said to me and my friend Harry, he's like, you guys are losing. If you ref these basketball games, you could work off your debt. And these games were like, you got like $6 a game. So I would still be reffing these games to work off the money we owed. But Harry and I couldn't leave well enough alone. We got in there and started betting the games against each other, which was problematic because we would make these phantom calls and, you know, charge when there was no charge, foul when there was no foul, turnover when there, you know, whatever there was, out of bounds. Oh, I didn't see it. And eventually the players, the 13-year-olds and their parents, it was a very competitive league, were like screaming at us as we were leaving the arenas, and we're betting $3 against each other and working off $6. And finally the local bookie heard about it, and we were fired from that. So we couldn't even use that to work off the debt.
Oh my God. I wonder if the parents or the children were aware that the games were being fixed.
Maybe a couple of them will be now if they read the book. I don't think so.
Oh God. And also, I mean, how was that conversation when you told your wife that you bet their house? That must have been just mind blowing.
Yeah, so a few years ago, I've done this a few years now, for March Madness. It's so impossible. I don't know if you've tried to fill out an NCAA bracket, John, but to do it perfectly is impossible. It's like 1 in 3 trillion or something. And so the odds are so astronomical that I offered my house to anyone who could do that. Anyone who can fill out a perfect bracket wins my house. And so I had to break the news to my wife about this, that I put our house up. I did this on Valentine's Day on our way to Valentine's Day dinner, and she was like sobbing in the car and then again in the restaurant. But and she just plain out said, she's like, I will live in that house. I don't care if it's like a Russian hacker who like figured out some algorithm to win this thing, but I'm not moving. I'll be his new wife or her new wife, whatever it was. But luckily, I was a little nervous for a minute, but no one got past the second day really in the thing. And it was in a weird way, it was a challenge for me, and I was bummed that I got no excitement out of it because they only got to the second of what should be like 7 days.
Wow. And lastly, I got to figure out, how young were you when you were doing underage video poker with your famous Aunt Chippy? And did you win any money?
I was 13 years old. I'm going to be on Jimmy Kimmel Live telling this story tonight, probably. Yeah, I would visit Jimmy and his family, and Aunt Chippy is his aunt also. From years 13 to 17, every summer I'd go out for a month. And, I'd use my newspaper route money, and I had to stand 30 feet behind her. And she played video poker in a bowling alley because back then now you have video poker machines in Vegas everywhere, like at the Taco Bell urinal. It doesn't matter. And she'd play, and we won like $80. And like eventually I'm just yelling 30 feet away, keep the deuces, drop the queen. And then at the end of like about an hour, like I said, I quadrupled my money. And she's like, we have to walk away now. You made money, let's walk away. And it's advice she had never followed, but she was being quiet about it. So I knew she was serious, and so we did. And that's had I lost then, maybe things would have been different. I would have been like, this gambling thing sucks. I'm never trying it again.
Yeah, well, Cousin Sal, you've definitely led quite a life. And of course, if you want to know more, you can get Cousin Sal's new book, Tales of a Degenerate Gambler and His Ridiculous Friends. Or actually, You Can't Lose Them All, Tales of a Degenerate Gambler and his ridiculous friends. Find Cousin Sal, of course, on television, on podcasts, on social media. Cousin Sal, thank you so much for appearing on The Anything Show. I appreciate it.
Thanks, John. Appreciate it.
Listen to The Anything Show with John Francois on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get podcasts. How does John know how to set up podcasts? Is he that? No, he can't be that smart. Follow on Facebook at The Anything Show and on Instagram at Anything Show Francois. Did you get all that?